Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. We are going to provide a synopsis of events that are anticipated to occur during the week of March 30th, 2026, or shortly thereafter. Number one, the matter styled as Steve Gonzalez et al. Versus Washington State University. We would have anticipated a scheduling order would have come out by now in the case that would set forth such important deadlines such as discovery cutoff, dates for court-ordered mediation, and also potentially a trial date. However, there's been a bit of a delay because the defense had filed a motion for change of venue, and Judge Evanson had stated that she would not be setting forth the scheduling order until that change of venue motion was resolved. The defense withdrew that motion for change of venue, and so we are now awaiting that scheduling order. Next, regarding State of Idaho versus Wandra, this is the very tragic case involving Michael Vaughn and events that occurred in Fruitland, Idaho, back in 2017. Mr. Wandra's arraignment, where he is expected to stand up in open court and answer to whether he is pleading guilty or not guilty to the charges that have been brought against him, will occur on Friday, the 3rd of April at 3:30 p.m. before the new district court judge, Kelly Sustruck. We are anticipating that he will likely enter a not guilty plea, and the matter will be at issue of when the trial will be set in this case. Next, in Schofield versus Giard, this is the federal defamation case that went to jury trial the last week of February 2026, and it resulted in a $10 million verdict awarded in favor of plaintiff Rebecca Schofield against the defendant Ashley Giard on the 5th of March 2026. The trial court entered a final judgment for that amount. So at that point, the clock started to tick regarding a deadline for the defense to file any notice of appeal that the defense might be wanting to file in the case. She has 30 days from the date of that final judgment under the federal rules of civil procedure to do so. There's another issue that's coming due, which is the defense's response to the plaintiff's motion for attorney's fees and costs. The defense is entitled to respond as to whether the court should or should not enter, and this is 6 figures of monies on top of the final judgment of $10 million that is at issue here. Next, in the appeal of Richard Allen versus State of Indiana, this is also known as the Delphi case involving the 2017 tragic unaliving of 2 friends, Abby and Libby, in Indiana. Mr. Allen filed an appeal to the conviction that was rendered and the final judgment in state court with Judge Gull presiding. The state just filed their response opposing any relief. Mr. Allen is looking for, number one, a new trial, or for the matter to be remanded for a Franks hearing challenging the warrant affidavit in that case. Mr. Allen's response is coming due the beginning of next week. We're going to keep our eye on the docket regarding when that reply is filed. At that time, the briefings will be considered closed in the case, and then it's a matter of will one of the parties ask for oral argument before the appellate court in Indiana or not. If they do, then a hearing will be set for both parties to come before the appellate court. If there is no request for oral argument, then once the reply brief is filed by Mr. Allen, the matter would be ripe for the appellate court to render a ruling, and that usually takes a few months. Then there's a new case, State of Florida versus Tiger Woods. Mr. Woods is a professional golfer. He's also a celebrity. He was charged, according to the sheriff of Martin County in Florida, with a DUI on the 27th of March. If this is indeed a DUI, as the Martin County Sheriff is saying it is, this would be the second for Mr. Woods. He was charged with DUI in Palm Beach County, which is 1 county south of Martin County, Florida, back in 2017. And we are also then expecting, if that occurs, that there will be a formal case opened up in the Florida State Court in Martin County. So do continue to keep your eyes peeled on the Indie Zone for further updates on independent true crime coverage that we provide under the First Amendment here, whether it is our podcast or whether it is on our YouTube channel. Hopefully, you are subscribed to both. If you aren't, please do so that you will receive notifications when new content is published by us. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.